Hi, I'm Arden Kaywin, and welcome to today's episode of the Pro Singer Success Collective, where we're going to be talking about rocket fuel for your singing career. If you're a professional singer who is currently feeling really stuck in your career because you're just not happy with the results you're getting, you're not happy with where your career is, and you're ready to bust through the blocks that are stopping you, build that foundation, and sing in a way that yields much better results in your career. And not just any results. I'm talking about the kind that you can actually get really excited about, the kind that bring income opportunities where you can quit your day job, like those kind of results. Then I want you to listen really closely to everything we're going to talk about today. Most of you know my story. Some of you don't. I have been working as a professional singer for, oh my God, 20 something years, since 1999. I have sang with major opera companies around the country. I have made pop records, 2 pop records. I've sang opera on movie soundtracks and sang pop in national commercials for major brands. And I've had my voice even licensed by a whole lot of shows in film and television and movies on pretty much every major network that you can imagine. And my voice has even been in a singing Barbie doll. Yes, my voice is in a singing Barbie doll. So you could say that I've got this whole singing career thing down. But what looks like, and I'm going to be real vulnerable here, what looks like a whole lot of success on the outside was really just my own limiting beliefs run riot on the inside. You see, what you don't know is that I ran from genre to genre, from one city to another, across the coasts, from New York to LA, from one goal to another, achieving a decent, modest amount of success in one place before I'd reach what I felt like was like a wall, where I just couldn't figure out how to get past that wall, to sing any better, be more marketable, break through the noise, be any more noticed, and grow things to the next level. And so I blame it on all these external things: the type of music I was doing, the part of the industry that I was in, the city that I was in, and I would make a jump. And even though I actually had a good deal of success doing these things, when it came to translating them into staying the course with one purpose and really doing that at the highest possible level, I struggled. I really struggled before I finally got there. But what I want you to know, and what I came to know, is that I needed to go through all of that in the earlier part of my career, all of those successes and frustrations and failures, so that I could live my true purpose as a singer, which ultimately has ended up building this unbelievable tribe of amazing, woke, successful singers that you hear me talk about all the time. And it's really amazing how easy it is to stay the course and do the difficult work and have amazing successes when your passion and your purpose are aligned. I will not lie to you, though. There is so much of what I went through that I would not want to go through again. The birthdays celebrated with this hesitation that another year has passed. Another year has gone by, and I was still at some crappy side job, crappy day job, instead of singing for a living. God, I remember those days. They were not fun. And there were years of that in my early career. All of the major self-doubt that causes. The self-doubt when my second record flopped completely after my first record was a big success. In whatever it was, 2002, I sold 10,000 records as an indie artist. That was like amazing back then, especially without a major label. And then to have my second record do like nothing, that created so much doubt in me. the constant waiting when I was a young opera singer, when I was in that part of my career, and the frustration of all that waiting and not knowing when I'd be ready to sing the big roles, when I'd be ready for all that bread and butter repertoire. You opera singers out there, you know what I'm talking about. Not knowing, not when I was going to make it into an A-level opera house, instead of, all of this feeling less than because it was, pay to play or whatever it was. And all of that perfectionism in the classical world that I thought that it required to get there. Oh, this one, you guys maybe relate to this. Going to a party and seeing all my friends, or going to like a big family gathering and everybody being like, Arden, how's the music going? When's your next record coming out? Or what, when I was doing my opera career, when are you coming to perform in my city? I want to hear you do Terminetta. I want to hear you do, Olympia. When are you, and like the immediate feeling of just like failure, of feeling like this small, when I didn't feel like I had anything impressive on the horizon that I could say. And then watching other singers who I knew that I was just as talented as, if not more, getting the gigs instead of me, and wondering, like, will it ever, ever, ever be my turn? When will it be my turn? And I could feel the clock ticking. And all those birthday resolutions and New Year's resolutions resolving that this year is going to be different. This year, I will finally get my break. It was hell at times. I am not going to lie to you. Those of you who are out there, who are in that hustle, who are doing it, I know you know what this feels like. It was hell. And I tell you, if I knew how to do it at that time with a bit less suffering than I endured, I would have enjoyed the journey a hell of a lot more. I would have had way more gratitude for this window, this very sacred window of opportunity that I was being given. And so this brings me to you. I understand the longing that's in your heart. I know what that is. I know what it feels like to not be where you think you ought to be by now in your singing, in your career. I remember those days in the earlier part of my career. I understand what it's like to crave a larger impact for your talent, for your life, while at the same time trying to like put that mask on and like be okay with where you are. I know what that feels like, and it freaking sucks. I know you question yourself. I know you question your talent, and you wonder what you're doing wrong and if you'll ever be good enough, if you really have enough talent. But I want you to know you're not doing anything wrong. You are on a journey right now that, like mine, is full of just treasures that you didn't even know that you were seeking. So I want to share with you one of my favorite sayings. It's a Buddhist saying from, it's Thich Nhat Hanh, who's a Buddhist scholar and philosopher and monk, I believe. And the saying goes, no mud, no lotus. There cannot be a lotus flower without the mud from which it grows. No mud, no lotus. But so many of us have all these limiting beliefs and stinking thinking going on that prevents us from seeing the mud for what it is, which is a giant opportunity. That muck, that mud, that stuckness, that feeling, that frustration, that sadness, it's an opportunity knocking on your door saying, do something different. So if you want different results in your singing career, if you want different results in your sound, if you want different outcomes from the auditions that you're going to, from the records that you're putting out, from the amount of income that you are making or not making from all of this, if you want different results, then you have to be willing to change things up. If you're somebody who always gets into the callbacks and you rarely book the gig, you need to change things up. If that's you, if you keep releasing records and nobody's listening to them, you got like 10,000 plays on YouTube. That's nothing. If you keep releasing records and nobody's listening to them, you've got to do something different. If you keep losing your voice and every time you play gigs, you're getting vocal fatigue, so it's like another week or two before you can actually do a gig again, that's not a sustainable career. You've got to do something different, because if you keep doing the same things, you are going to keep getting the same results. And so the only way to get a different outcome is you have to be willing to leave your comfort zone. Get courageous. Stop being afraid. Be ready and willing to stretch and expand in every aspect of your identity to have this career. Because everything you want is just on the other side of your comfort zone. And only those willing to go past it and up-level their identity will have what they want. I want you to hear that. I want you to hear what I just said, okay? If this were easy, if it were easy to go out there and have a big singing career and make a big life out of it and be able to sustain yourself from your gifts, everyone would be doing it. You'd already be doing it. And so if you are not seeing those results and you are not being able to live the dream that you had, then you got to be willing to get scrappy and leave your comfort zone to get it, and stretch and be willing to do that in every aspect of your identity, not just how you sing. It is the identity that drives the bus, because all the actions that you take in terms of what training to get, what opportunities to go after, how you show up to those opportunities, the way the audience reads you and your performance, that is all identity. But if you are not willing to go beyond your comfort zone, to become someone different, to have different results, then you will stay where you are. And only those willing to go past that comfort zone are going to have what they want. And I say this from 25 years of experience in my own career and watching those who came up with me in the 25 years of experience that I've had in teaching singers and coaching singers up into their identity to become the best possible singers that they can in their technique, in their mindset, in their artistry, to be able to live their dream. And I understand that going beyond your comfort zone, stretching and up-leveling can be scary. It can be scary, especially to do on your own. You're going to need someone to hold your hand. You're going to need someone to show you the pothole that you're about to walk into because you're too close to it to see it, because it's just a habit. You're going to need someone who's going to support you and hold you as you stretch out of this comfort zone, who's going to show you how to do this so that you can finally break through and be successful at this, because you know what you need to do to get there. You know how to sing in a way, and you know how to make that impact on your audience, and you know how to get out of your own way to do that. And, you know, we hear those who work with me and with my students and in my studio, we know how to get singers the voice and the impact and the confidence they need to do this. The thing is, you have to decide that you are ready. You have to decide that you are ready to get scrappy, that you are ready to go beyond your fears, ready to stop sugarcoating and stop telling yourself that you're okay with the mediocre or non-existent state of your career now. You have to stop telling yourself that, well, if I just practice every day, I'll get better. No, you won't. Not if you're practicing with the same old limiting beliefs and tired technique that's gotten you stuck in the first place. And you guys, I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm saying this because there is so much more on the other side of this BS for you. If you can stop telling yourself stories and decide that you're ready to go beyond those stories and excuses and limiting beliefs to get what you want. You got to be ready to stop settling for less when you know that you are capable of more in your singing, in your performance, in your life. You got to be so ready to stop telling yourself, it's not that bad, and you're just okay not living your dream because nobody else around you is living their dream either. You got to decide to stop all the excuses and be ready to decide to do whatever it takes to have the voice you need to have the life you want. And if your career results up till now are showing you that you are not singing in a way that will get you there, then nothing will happen until you make fixing those issues with your voice and your performance a priority over everything else, so that you can stop being mediocre at a dead end with your voice and your music career instead of having everything you want. And it is possible, but it is only possible for those who are ready to go beyond their fear, beyond their comfort zone, get the support, and fight for what they want. Because right now, most of you are invisible and your dream is dying. Because you don't know how to sing with the kind of impact that gets you noticed and seen. And so you're going to every audition, putting out every record, and nothing is happening. So let me ask you, are you committed to this dream? Or are you going to let everything get in your way so that you get to be one of those people who says, well, I could have done that? Until you are willing to fight for it, you are never going to have it. And I can hear a lot of you saying right now, but Arden, I am fighting for it. I'm doing this and I'm doing this and I'm doing this. But if you are fighting for it and it is not working, then you have got to change your strategy. You have got to change what you are doing. And for that, you have got to be willing to go beyond your comfort zone and do something different. I keep coming back to this because that's what fighting for it means. If it's a money thing, to get the resources or the training that could change everything for you, if that's the excuse, oh, I don't want to go into debt or use my credit card, I don't do that. And guess what? I don't love debt or credit cards either, but you know what I really hate? Watching a dream die. If you're going to make debt more important than your dream, think about this. If you had the chance of being able to confidently go out there and nail it and sing and successfully perform and connect to your voice and audiences in big ways every day and make money after it, or going and sitting back and looking at your credit statement and saying, wow, I paid off my debt, but I failed at my dream. Staying stuck, you guys, is a decision. And so is doing nothing and keeping things the same. Doing nothing is a decision. And so is getting help. So if this is speaking to you, book a call with me. If you are a serious singer, that means you are in the game. You are out there, you are performing, you are recording, you are auditioning. And if you're not in the game, then you must be serious about investing in yourself and doing whatever it takes to get in the game so that you can have this life and have this career that you really want. Because we solve serious singers' problems here. We do not play with dabblers, those who think that they want it but haven't shown any initiative up to this point to get it. So if you are putting yourself out there, you are serious, you are auditioning, performing, releasing records, you're training, you're doing all the things, and you're not breaking through to the kind of abundant music career at the level you want and how you envisioned it, then book a call with me, because these are the problems that we solve. And on the call, we're going to talk for like 45 minutes on the phone. You talk with me, one of my team members, and you're going to get really clear on what is blocking you, like what's actually been preventing you from singing in a way and acting on your own behalf in the ways that bring the dream. And we'll share with you the strategies that I use with my singers that do change the game. And then if you'd like our help to do that, we can talk about what that looks like. And if not, that's okay too. What I want to leave you with is this. You can have an abundant singing career. You just have to decide that you are done making excuses and you're ready to do whatever it takes to have it. You're ready to do whatever it takes to get past what's preventing you from having it. And if you want our help to do that, then book a call with us. You'll find the link at the end of this video. If you're watching on YouTube, you can click on it on the end screen. If you're watching on Facebook, the link to book a call will be in the chat. Book a call with us and we'll get you sorted. So I hope this has been some rocket fuel today, some truth telling, some truth bombing to light a fire under you for your career so that you are the most powerful person owning your life, owning your voice, and going after it in a way that changes everything. All right, you guys, take the rocket fuel and run with it, and I will see you next time.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning into today's episode. If you want to subscribe, click the link right over there that says subscribe. And if you want to book a breakthrough session with me, which you absolutely should do, then click the link right over here that says book a call to schedule an appointment to speak with us. I'll see you on the next episode.